Hello, my dear friend. So, today we are going to start with arithmetic funda mastery, which is the basic. I'm telling you, nowadays the exams are more calculative based. So, if you are good at calculation, you will be able to clear this examination very fast. So, what we are starting is we are starting with addition. I told you I am going to start with very basic, which you might have not thought. So now I am going to give you an addition method which will increase your speed at least 5 to 10 times. That is no doubt about it. I have done it because if you are going with the traditional method, you will not be able to clear this examination because you will be falling behind in solving the questions. Even if you know all the knowledge, but again, you will not be able to solve it within the time. So let us start with this addition. You already know how to do addition. Now I am going to show you how to do a new type of addition which is called counting method. How do you count notes? Just see how practical it will be. Whatever classes we are going to do, very practical, and these are all based on lot of experiments, lot of uh, learning. So therefore, you know how to count. Do you know how to count? How do you count? If I give you 500 rupee note and a 2000 rupee note, not one, some, and 100 rupee notes and some 50 rupees notes, how are you going to count them? Are you going to count them 150 rupee note and then 100 rupee note? Not like that, right? What you will start normally? Normally, most of the people will start counting from 2000 rupees, 2000. Even if you see the voucher in a bank, it will always start with the higher denomination. Higher denomination. Why? Because that is what will count first, because which is very easy. But when we do the calculation, like for example, we will take this example 134 plus 246. How do you do? You will start with the unit digit. If you already are using this counting method, well and good, very excellent, because this is the faster method. Okay, so what you will do, you will take 4 plus 6, 1, carry here and 0, carry where you put, some people put here, some people put here, I don't know, but this is 10, and 3 plus 1 plus 4 is 8, and then 1 plus 2 is 3. So 380, this is how you will do, or you might be doing something else, but I am going to teach you counting method now. How do we do? So we will start with higher denomination. Means what I am going to tell, whenever I am doing calculation, lot of calculations in quantitative aptitude will be done by splitting the numbers and then joining them. That is the easiest way. I have come across one person, one student of mine who was blind, and I asked him, how do you do the calculation? And he told a wonderful method. Like if you want to multiply, say for example 24887 into 23 or something like that, what he used to do is he used to multiply 23 into 2000, means 46,000, then 23 into 400. In his mind he has 46,000. That is right, what you are thinking might be right, but how he is doing? 23 into 400 he is doing. So 23 into 400 will be how much? 46, 92, 9,200. So he will add 46,000, which is already in his mind, and then add 9,200 to it. So it will become 55,200. When I am doing multiplication, I will teach you some other methods as well. Then 23 into 80, not 8. 80, and then add it to 55,200, and then into 7. So this is how you used to do. That is what you have to learn from everybody. So I am erasing all this, whatever I have written, and then I am going to teach you. So we have to learn from everybody, and blind people are very excellent in remembering. So we will use those things. Visualization. If when they cannot visualize, they will only remember in some other method. But we will start visualizing, which I am going to teach you later. Visualization is one of the wonderful ways of memorizing, which I have told already in the License to Succeed course. So now what we are going to do is we are going to add from left side, that is your bigger numbers. You are going with the higher denominations. You are going with what? Higher denominations. So higher denomination in this is this. I am going to split. How can I split this number? 134 I am going to split as 100. Sorry, 100 plus 30 plus 4. This is 134. You know how is it? Right? It is 100 plus 30 plus 4 is equal to 134. Right? And then plus what I am going to do is 200 plus 40 plus 6. So this is the number. This is 246. How do you do this? When I see these numbers, I am going to add only the higher denominations. So what I am going to do here is, I am going to add these higher denominations like 100 plus 200. How much is it? I will just write 300 here. And then 330 plus 40, 370. Then 374 plus 6 is 10. So 380. Did you get? I am going to repeat it once again. 100 plus 200. 300, keep it in your mind. Then plus 30 plus 30. 330 plus 40. 370. You need to do a little bit of practice. Okay. So 370 plus 4. 374 and then plus 6 is 380. Same way, I am going to tell you one or two more examples. So 400. So here it is 400 and here it is 100. So what I'll do, I'll keep 500 in my mind. Try to visualize the numbers. 500. When I say 500, can you see the number in front of your eyes when it is wide open? When you are looking at the screen, still you will be able to see 500 in front of your eyes. Can you see it in your own handwriting? Most of the times you will see it in your own handwriting. Can you see 500 in front of you? Okay, right. So 500, 540. 540 plus 60 will be how much? 600, 603, 611. So this the answer is 611. You will see that you will be able to do it fast. One thing. Second, you need not have to do any carry business. No carry business. Only delivery business. Direct answer. So no carry. Okay. Same way, we will do one more. 600 plus 200. How much? 800. 870 plus 40. How much? 910. 910 plus 8. 918. 918 plus 927. Are you able to see the numbers when I am saying it? That is the excellent work. Okay, let us do this thing. So you can pause the video. Please pause the video and do these two. I am going into 10,000s now. I am not doing thousands for you. Thousands are for you and I am going to do for you. Are you happy? Okay. So let us do 10,000s here. TTs. So 10,000. Then here it is 20,000. You should be able to see. A little bit of practice is required. So 10,000 plus 20,000. 30,000. 30,000 means plus 2,000. 32,000. 33,000. 33,000. 33,600 plus 800. 33,600 plus 800. So 34,400. 34,470. 34,470. Can you see the number? 34,470 in front of you. Then 34,510. 34,510. 34,513. 34,516. 34,516 is the answer. You may feel it is very difficult. How much work I am going to give to my brain? Yes, you have to give more work. Then only you are going to succeed. This is not for those faint-hearted people who are afraid of doing work. I know you are not one of them, because you have completed your license to succeed and you are into this program and you are doing so much of practice. I know you are a different kind of a person and you are going to succeed definitely. Okay, let us go to the next one. Next one is what? This one. So 20,000 plus 30,000. How much? 50,000. 50,000. Can you see 50,000? Then 52,000, 56,000. If you are finding it difficult, I am going to give you a slow. Initially, you can do it. So, when I do 50,000, you can write 5 here. Initially only. I am not talking about this is the final. This is only what you call it initial preparation. Initially, how you have learned anything, right? So, then 52,000 plus this one is 56,000. So 56,000, then 600, 56,600 plus 800. So 57,400, it will become 57,400. Is that clear? 57,400. So I am changing it in my only for practice. Then it will be 57,440. 440 plus 90. 440 plus 90 will be 530. Now you can be usually doing this one. Only the last number 530. 538 and then 544. 544. So this will be 57 544. Are you getting this? I am going to give you the practice set which is attached below. So now what you have to do is you have to do with this method. You need not have to prove to anybody else. You need not have to do it fast. You have to do it slow. You are in the learning phase. If you are already applying this, you will see that you know that you will be able to do it very fast. If you are doing it the first time, please practice as much as possible. As much number as possible. Are you getting my point? Okay. So let us go to the next one. Okay. So we are into subtraction now. Subtraction, again I am going to teach you another method. Not the normal method. I call it grocer method. So before we start this grocer method, let us imagine something. Imagine that you go to a grocery shop nearby and you buy the milk and some flour, rice or whatever. I do not know. So you will buy there and you will buy, say for example, 232 rupees. Your total bill is 232 rupees. Now you have a note of 500 rupees. So you have the 500 rupees note only. So what you will do, you will give this to your grocer. What he will do or she will do they do this 500 minus 232? Just try to remember, they never do this. Most of the shopkeepers will never do this 500 minus 232 or you give 1600 minus 1548. No, they will not do. What they will do, they will not do subtraction at all. I'm not saying we are also not going to do it, but what I'm saying is we are not going to do the subtraction. We are going to do what? We are going to do addition. How addition? How can you do addition for a subtraction? How do you do addition? Subtraction normally. So 10 minus, you will take a carry here, 10 minus 2 is equal to 8. Then this 10 again you will take because this is less than this. All I think you know. So 10 minus 4, then 5 minus 3 is equal to 2, 240. How did this? Okay, 268. Sorry. See, I have forgotten doing this method at all. So 268 is the answer. Okay. So now, do they do this? No. What he will do is, instead he is going to do a different way. What he will do, because it is 232, first thing he will ask is, do you have 2 rupee change? Then you say no, you go into your pockets and you see there are no change. So you will say no change. So what he will do, first he will give you, again I am going to do this one. I am going to write here 232 is your bill and you are given what? 500 rupee note. Now what he will do, he will give you 8 rupee coins. 5, 2, 3, whatever. So he will give you first coins. He will give. What he is doing? He will tell you. He will tell you that it has become 240. 240. Now it has become 200. Your money has become 240. The goods that you have taken is 232 plus I have given you 8 rupees. That is how he is adding. Try to see. Then he will give it 10 rupees and he will say it has become 250. Now it is 250. He will say yes. He will give a 10 rupee note. Then what he will do, he will give you a 50 rupee note and then he says 300. It has become 300. You have gone through all these things, right? And then he will give you 200 rupee, 100 rupee, 2 notes and then he will say 500. Sir, your lakka is over. Lakka in Kannada. So your hisab is over. So that is how the calculation is done. What he is doing, he is adding. Try to understand, he is adding. Now this is the method I am going to use for subtraction. Are you ready for this? This is an excellent way of doing it. Very practical. Even the illiterate person can do this. So you can do it as well. So I am going to remove all these things and I am going to take the example of 246 minus 198. The first example. What I am going to do? There are two methods. Slowly we will try to understand. What I am going to do is I am going to make this 198 the goods you have taken and you have given 246. I don't know why you have given 246, but you have given 246. Imagine. So that is very interesting and it also increases your learning capability as well as retaining capability. So what I am going to do, you will give 2 rupee note and you will say that it has become 200. Are you getting my point? Are you getting? So this I added and it becomes, this number becomes 200. When I give 2 to it, just see that you become a grocer now. You become the grocer and you will give 2 rupees to the other person, your customer. And you say 200. Now how much I have to give you? I have to give you 46 rupees. So 2 plus 46 is 48. The answer of this is 48. You are adding, instead of subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number, instead of subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number, you are going to add numbers to smaller number to go from here to here. We are traveling the reverse way. We are not going from 246 to 198. We are not subtracting. Instead, we are adding some numbers so that it becomes 246. Are you getting my point? If you are not getting, don't worry. I am going to teach you once again. So now 356 minus 243. 356 minus 243. Second question. So what I am going to do? See, this is one method. So I am going to do this in two methods. So first method is this. Second method also I am going to teach you. Two methods are there. Okay. So one method. What I am going to do? Make it a easy number. I call all these are easy number. 10, 200, 5000, 12,000, because there are zeros here. Whenever there are end zeros, then they are easy numbers. When there are no zeros, there are unit numbers, tens numbers, or these are difficult numbers. So what I am going to do, I am going to make this as a little bit easier. So what I am going to do, I am going to add 7 so that it becomes 250. Are you getting my point? So what I'll do, here, how I do this, please try to understand. This has become 250. Now I'll make it to 350. So I have to come from here to here. So 250. So what I'll do add a 6. So 13 I have added totally. So how much? 256. Now you will add 100. Either what you add is a easy number or what you are going to add next is a easy number. So how much it will become? 113. Are you getting my point? 113. So first you made it easier, then you made it this number, these two numbers. Second method is based on this. So you are trying to make the last two digits as the bigger number, the last two digits of the smaller number as the bigger number. So 256 it will become, then add 100. Same method is the second one. So second method is also same. So 356 and minus 243. So what I am going to do, instead of making this as a simple number, I told you I can make the number simple, or you can make what? Next adding number simple or easy number. You will make the next number easy number, or whatever you are going to add next will be a easy number. So what I'll do, instead of adding 7 and 6 separately, I know this is bigger than this. This is what you need to observe. The last two digits of the bigger number, please note down. The last two digits of the bigger number are bigger than the last two digits of the smaller number. The last two digits of the bigger number are bigger than the last two digits of the smaller number. Are you able to? The 56 is bigger than 43. So what I'll do, I'll take these two numbers to this when this is the case. So I'll add directly 13. I know 43 plus 13 is equal to 56. So then it will become what? I know this will become 256. So I'll add 100 here. I can add it directly here. See here. Instead of adding here, I can add it directly. So I am now giving you the answer. Are you getting my point? So please follow this. If you didn't understand, please again see it through once again and then understand it properly. Next, I am going to remove all these things and then I am going to do one more number. One more number is 764 minus 614. When you see this, you will be able to say this is 150. But what I am going to do is I am going to show you again. So 640. So what I'll do, this number is same. So what I have to do, 14 I have to make 64. 14 to 64 I am going to do. So what I'll add a 50. Then here how much I have to add? This has become how much? This has become 664, my dear friends. Now this is what should happen in your mind. And then this is 150. That is the answer. Let us take one more example, bigger example, right? So this is the example. 1765 minus 1234. Now what I have to do? 34. I am again concentrating on the last two digits, the tens and the unit digit. Now what I will do? 65. I have to make 34 as 65. How much I have to add? 31. This is again will come with the practice. So when I am telling these things, I am telling to those people who have not at all started and this is the first time. So if you are already into you are already practicing and you know already this method, then it is okay. Just go through and you can see that next you will get some ideas. But if you are doing from the scratch, if you are doing starting just now, you have to understand that you need to do all these things, understand these things properly. So 31. So you should keep in mind that this number has become now 1265. So now what we have to add, when this becomes 1265, how much we have to add? See here, you have to add 500. So I am going to write directly here 500. Once you practice, this will become. So 531. This is simple question. All kinds of questions you can do. Okay. There is one more method which I am going to also tell you. Here the question is not there. So I am going to give you one more example. We are going to take one more example. 832 minus 587. Say for example. Now what is this? Please observe. Now what has happened? The last two digits of the bigger number are smaller than 32 is smaller than the last two digits of the smaller number. This is where these two digits are bigger than this. Now this is where the last two digits of the bigger number are smaller than the. So now what I am going to do? I am going to make this as simple number. So instead of going towards 32, which is again smaller than this, what I am going to do is I am making this 600. So to make it 600, I have to add how much? 13. So this will become 600. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? So now what will happen? 8. So this has become 600. Now I will make it 800. So I will add a 200 here. So I will add 200 here. I am not going to write 213 is in my mind. Now how much I have to add? I have to add a 32. So the answer is 245. The answer is 245. Are you getting my point? One more example. Let us take one more example. 332 minus 190, not 90, 76, 176. This example. So what will happen? This is smaller than this. So what I will do? I will make it 200. So to make 200, what I have to do? I have to add 24. Now if I add to 24, what it will become? It will become 200. Once it becomes 200, I have to go to 300 now. So I will add a 1 here. I will add a 1 here. So this will 100. So this has become how much? Now how much it has become? 300. This number has become. This number has become. We are adding 124 and making it how much? 300. Now we will add what? 32. So this will become 156. The answer is 156, my dear friends. Are you enjoying the whole process? This is interesting process. Now I am going to the last part of addition and subtraction is I am going to teach you how to do in one line all the calculations in one line. Are you getting my point? How to do all the calculations in one line. Only addition and subtraction. I am talking about only addition and subtraction in one line. Can we do it? So this is another method of doing. Why don't you, some students ask me, why don't you give one method for all? It is easy to remember. No, dear friends, you are not going to remember these methods. You are going to make these calculations as your habit. Like when you get up in the morning, how many of you do, I do not know. When you get up in the morning, you will go and brush your teeth. You will not feel comfortable unless and until you brush your teeth. So that is how this has to become. When you see this, okay, this method I have to do. How do you do? When you are going on a road, you have already learnt walking. But do you walk the same way in all type of roads? If it is a very good tar road, you will walk in a different way. If there are pits in between, what you will do? You will start jumping on it. And if you have to go, say for example, you have to catch the bus. It is in front of you, and you are just around 200 meters behind. And then, if you do not run, if you do not go and reach that bus immediately, that bus will go and you will have to wait for another 50 minutes. Do you walk the same way? No. You will, what you will do? You will start running. Is that clear? So you need to understand, inculcate these habits. When you see these kind of calculation, okay, this is what. So now what I'm going to do, again, when I'm doing calculation, I'm not going to go from. So when I'm doing this addition and subtraction in one line, I'm going to do it from bigger numbers to smaller numbers. Bigger numbers to smaller numbers, one at a time. This is 5,000. 5,000 minus 1,000. How much it is? 4,000. 4,000 plus 200. 2,000. Please carefully listen and see what I am doing. 5,000 minus 1,000. I am seeing this sign here. When I see this sign, I will do that operation to even all the digits. I am not going to do like write it down. No. You have to learn this because all your calculations, all your questions in the examination will come in this form. So once you practice this calculation method, one line method, you will be able to do very fast calculation. So 5,000 minus 1,000, 4,000 plus 2,000, 6,000 minus 4,000, 2,000, right? 2 here, not a problem. Then 2,000. Now you do this one. 800 minus 600 is 200, 200 minus plus 200 is 400, 400 minus 3 is 100. Okay, immediately there must be some question popping in your head. It's fine, keep it there. Then this will be 60 minus 40 is 20, 20 minus plus 4 is 60, 60 minus is 1. Now 7 minus 3 is 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 4 is equal to 1. Is that right? Now you do it yourself and find out. Do it yourself and find out whether it is correct. Have you done it? So you found the answer is correct? Okay, fine. So again, you might be thinking that what will happen if the number, when I minus, say for example 8 minus 6 is there, instead of 8 minus 9 is there, what will happen? Let us see here. So these are not signs, okay? So 8, 4, 5, 6 plus, okay. Now 8,000 plus 1, 9,000 minus 5 is how much? 4,000 minus 2 is again 2,000. So now 400 plus is 600. 600 minus 3 is how much? 300. 300 minus 1 is again 200. And then 50 plus 12, 120. 120 minus 1. So minus 1 minus 8, it will be 3. Okay, and then 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 minus 7. 10 minus 7 is how much? 3, and then minus 6. So minus 3. Minus 3 when it comes. So this is what I was saying. Minus 3 when it comes. Minus 3. What you have to do is you have to remove it from here. So this is like in mentally you have to do 30 minus 3. 27. So this will be 22, 27. Is that right? Please check in your that old calculation method. Okay. So if you want, you can take some more examples. What you are going to do, say for example, I'll just change. If you want to see this is the last digit you are saying, sir, and what will happen if there is. So what I'll do is 4 plus 2 is 6. So this I'll make 8. Are you getting my point? So you can do here as well. So what will happen here? 2000 is there. So 2000 is there. Now what will happen? 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 minus 8. 6 minus 8 will be minus 2. Minus 2 minus 1. Minus 3. Minus 3. So number is coming what? Minus 3. So make it 1700. When this is 2000, instead of doing this, what you will do, you will take this 20 and then do minus 3. Here what has happened? Last only 2 digits were there. So 30 minus 3 we did. Here 20 minus 3 will do. Again same examples I will take. Say for example this I will make as 1. So I will write it again. So 8416 plus 1224 minus 5 whatever it is 77 and minus 2186. So you will go only this. Okay, we will go from here. So this has become how much? 8. 9 minus 5, this is 2, already it is 2, and then 400 plus 600, 600 minus 300, 300 minus 1 is 2200. Now here we come here, right? 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 minus 70, 30 minus 70 will be minus 40, right? Will be minus 40, minus 40 minus 80, minus 40 minus 80 will be 120. So 120 we are going to do. So how do you do minus 120? So what I will do is, I will take this at 2200 and then I will do it. If it was only one digit, I would have done directly. But now what I will do, I will take 120 and then I will make it 2200. All this is this should happen in your mind. So this will become how much? 2080. Now this number is 2080. Then you add, so 6 plus 2090, 2090 minus 7 is 2083, 83 minus 6 will be 83 minus 6 will be, so what will be the answer? 2077 will be the answer. I am going to repeat it again. So 2080 plus 6 plus 4 will be 2090, 2090 minus 90 minus 7 will be 83, 83 minus 6 will be 77. So 2077 will be your answer. You will be able to do it. Don't worry, you have to do some practice. So I am going to give you addition and subtraction, some 30-40 questions today. Okay, you first finish those. And then go to my next video. That will be multiplication calculation in the same series, arithmetic calculation only, but it will be multiplication. So you will do multiplication shortcut methods in the next video. Till then, but practice this. Okay, so let us meet in the next video.